Another day, another product release, guys, and today we're going with Cobra's brand new AeroJet family. Let's start with the drivers. Looking at the numbers, I'm actually really impressed with that. We're not complaining about that at all, are we? Because it's 340 yards. So, the AeroJet, a questionable name, but I like how it looks, and I do actually like the head cover as well. So, pluses aesthetically. There's nothing that different when you're actually looking at it. I think when you're comparing this to the LTD, you can see some big shades of the LTDX. Speed zone, rad speed, kind of all pushed into one. And that is kind of what I can see with Cobra, what they're saying, because the technology they've put into this, there's nothing crazy about it. Although it's a brand new name of AeroJet, I can see that there's just a little bit of refinement with some certain pieces of technology to make this a better driver than before. The main bit that we're going to talk about is Aero, obviously. There's a reason behind the name. When we're talking about MOI and things like that, there is a certain guideline, there's a level that the USGA have put. We can't go higher than that. If they do, slap on the wrist and we can't use that driver. But one thing that you can't actually have a guideline for, an upper echelon, let's say, is the aerodynamics of a driver. You can change that however you want. And that's why Cobra focus on that for the AeroJet to improve it and make it as fast as possible. Remember Bryson about a year ago when the LTDX came out, he said he was even more excited for the AeroJet because it's supposed to be as fast as possible. So we're going to put that to the test today. We're here at Gray's Golf with the GC Quad and we're using a Callaway Chrome Soft X golf ball. What I'm going to do here, I've got the AeroJet and the AeroJet Max. There are 3 models available. I haven't got the LS with me today because I'm saving that for another video. All of them are supposed to be more streamlined, which is supposed to lead to faster ball speeds. As well as that, we have got an optimized HOT face, highly optimized topology, so it's supposed to be even more forgiving across the face when you're comparing it to the Cobra LTDX. And then, when we're looking inside the club, we've got power technology, which is positioned low and really close to the face. Really good for CG, really good for that trampoline effect. I think it's a bit of a difficult one with Cobra for 2023 because I do really think the LTDX was one of the best drivers they ever made. If you look back at my old videos, I got my fastest ball speed in January with the LTDX with 187. I think how it looked, how it felt, the price was overall a 10 out of 10. A superb driver that really did appeal to the masses. The AeroJet has changed slightly. We can see on the sole, it's a lot more glossier because they've got this new material of carbon, which is lighter, but it does, in my opinion, not look as good as the LTDX. I preferred the matte finish. Now, this is a long-standing conversation with a lot of golf nerds. If you do prefer a glossy finish or a matte finish with carbon, it's always going to be something of a glossy finish, so I'm not too surprised, but I do prefer the look down at address of the LTDX. So let me know down in the comments which one you prefer, a matte or a glossy finish. Oh, full left. I mean, I hit it well, just in the wrong fairway. Look, it's not a good start in terms of me. I pulled that to the heavens, but looking at the numbers, I'm actually really impressed with that. Ball speed straight away up to 176, which is good. High on the face, extremely high on the face. So we're gonna have a look at those numbers because I love hitting it badly, weirdly enough, because we can see what happens at this launch monitor here. That was extremely high on the face and almost a sky, let's say. I'll just show you guys where that actually hit. Just about there, a little bit toe, a little bit high on the face. So already alarm bells are going off in my head thinking, where's it gone? But it's gone completely straight there. 164 mile an hour of ball speed, which is very good. Losing about 10 to 15 mile an hour. I mean, that's gonna happen with how badly I hit it. But what's really good there is it's still gone 300 yards. So forgiveness is a plus, which I expected because this isn't a brand new complete rehash of this driver. It's the LTDX, it's the rad speed, it's all the technology with that, with some little tweaks. If I can hit the middle of the club face, that would have been a good shot. There we go. Slightly high on the face. Not really high on the face, but slightly high on the face. But it's good to see that it's still gone completely straight. And 173 mile an hour ball speed kind of reflects that it wasn't completely 1.5 smash, but it's really good to see every other number there being extremely positive, especially that backspin now being at pretty much the ideal number with the title distance at 340 yards. So is it fast? I'm not sure. Callaway was faster. I can say that right now. Callaway was a lot faster actually, was about 4 to 5 mile an hour faster. But my miss hit with the Callaway was 175. The best shot with the Callaway was 185. This, it seems that I can probably get up to 180, but nothing more. 2 in a row, very good. Now, I thought that one was a great shot, and it's averaged, again, 175 mile an hour ball speed. We're not complaining about that at all, are we? Because it's 340 yards. It's a great shot. All those numbers there are absolutely ideal, middle of the fairway on a par 5. But everyone's going to ask about what's the better club when we're comparing brands. And although this AeroJet is supposed to be aerodynamic, it's supposed to be better in terms of club speed, ball speed, it's actually better in other departments. It's better in terms of forgiveness. It's better in terms of feel. That's what I had with the Cobra AeroJet last year, though. The numbers of the standard AeroJet were pretty good, but you can see that it was spinning a little bit too much. But ball speed numbers were fairly consistent overall, and that is what I think that driver is, incredibly consistent, incredibly forgiving. The AeroJet Max isn't really for me, and you can see it's more for someone who wants to get rid of a slice. We've got 2 changeable weights here, a 3 gram and a 12 gram, one position in the heel and one position in the back of the club. What I've done is I've moved the heavier weight towards the heel, which promotes more of a draw, but I've opened the face up slightly by going from 10.5 degrees to 9 degrees. So fairly neutral, but it'll still have a little bit of a closed face. We can see down at address, comparing the two, that this one is slightly bigger, a bit more elongated. You do see that throughout every single brand with the Max. The draw option is always going to be slightly larger, but it definitely does sit closed. I would expect maybe slightly higher launch, maybe not because I've lowered the loft, but maybe higher spin as well. But I tell you what, it is a nice club to look at. Doesn't steal a lot of confidence. And apart from being in, am I in the rough? Oh, I'm in the rough. That felt really good. That's actually some pretty impressive numbers there with 175 mile an hour ball speed straight away. So you're not going to lose any ball speed with this model here. So it seems that maybe that weight over in the heel might be promoting a bit too much of a draw, with then this model already being slightly closed with a face. That I felt was a pretty good shot. And you can see those numbers there are really good. Spin really low, which is pretty good for a Max model. But you will probably see my dispersion here being left rather than right, which is to be expected of a model that is promoting an anti-right swing. The fastest of the day, 177 mile an hour ball speed with a Max model, and carried about 310 yards, which is really good. The looks of it makes it extremely forgiving and means I can really send one like I have done there. The Max and the standard AeroJet are some really good drivers, some really strong drivers. Do I think they're worth it though? Not sure. The Cobra AeroJet is a very good driver. You can see in my testing today, the AeroJet and the AeroJet Max are consistent. They're stable and they're getting really good numbers for ball speed. Are they fast? Not really, I'll be honest. Even though they're saying that the new aerodynamics makes it faster than before, I actually got a little bit faster with the Cobra LTDX. As well as that, in my other testing with some other brands, particularly so the Callaway Paradigm, which has been released, I was getting fast. You can see in my video, I was averaging actually about 182 mile an hour ball speed. Now there's a lot of things to consider there, different days. So I've got the Callaway Paradigm with me today, hit one shot with it and I got 177 mile an hour ball speed. Instantly the fastest that I got with Cobra. So I don't think Cobra is particularly fast this year. Let me know what you guys think though, because I know a lot of people will have the Cobra AeroJet in the bag. It is significantly cheaper than other models by other brands, but I have noticed a slight dip in ball speed, so maybe that's the reason. Guys, if you have enjoyed this video today, smash the like button, and if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. The LS version is coming soon. That is, of course, is the one that will probably be more for me, so maybe we can get slightly higher ball speed. Who knows? I'll catch you in the next video.